Morning guys, Saturday again, 2nd of November to be exact. So I've been in Sunderland all week at Nissan, and I've been on a site where there's 1,400 men and they are building the Giga battery installation, or the big battery factory for Nissan in Sunderland. So I've been up there all week. Ranger is still in the garage. I've had nothing but issues with it. It's had a £5,000 engine rebuild, but it kept going into limp mode and the turbo was a bit noisy. So Steve, the mechanic's had it 2 or 3 times now. He's finally got to the bottom of the problem, and the problem was that the turbocharger, even though when you put your fingers into the fan and move it around for float, it wasn't floating at all. He found when he took it off completely that if you push it inwards and outwards from the compressor side, there's about 5mm of float in it. So we was going to put another standard turbo on it from Ford, and I've decided not to. I've gone with a more expensive hybrid turbo, billet turbine wheel in it, upgraded bearings. It's a stage 1 turbo from Falcon developments. Worked out about £550, and that's probably about £200 more than a standard one would be. So we're going to pick it up this morning. We're going to take the little black van back, drop it off, pick up the Ranger, and see how it performs. Hopefully then all this can be put to bed and we can finally start towing our caravan about. It's been a bit embarrassing really, having the caravan sat there and not being able to go anywhere with it, because I don't want to risk the Ranger going into limp mode while it's towing the caravan. I miss my truck. It's a pain in the ass. Spent a lot of money on it to get it right, but you know what, I love my truck. So let's see what happens. Go and get Ascension, and we'll set off on the 40-minute drive to drop the van, and hopefully the Ranger's ready to come back. Stand by for action again.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together, it's so beautiful, you and me. Meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
We're going and get the car up, Steve. Hopefully it's done.
It better be fixed.
Spend a lot of money of that.
Yeah.
How much the
Turbo? £550, but it's an upgraded turbo.
Hopefully it's no more expenses, babe. This is the van.
Yeah, like a shirt.
Yeah. Things. There you go. Hopefully it's no more expensive loss.
No, I'm going to start towing the caravan. I'm not going to do it with a Audi, are we?
You know. Oh, copyright.
Oh yeah. Gotta admit though, I do like this little van. Starts first time, it does 62 miles to the gallon. I've gone all the way to Sunderland and back, and ran around all week, and I've still got just less than half a tank left. And it's only like £70 to fill the tank up with diesel.
Oh, that's good.
It's really good. But apparently these are only got three pistons in them. Little EcoBoost diesel 1.5. Yeah, I think it's a good little van. It's just a shame that Steve's knackered it up by chucking engines in the back. It looks nice outside, but it's that nice?
The weather is look so bad.
Yeah. Let's get some eating on in here.
Everything here. Something happened there.
Head east on Outram Street towards Outram Court, then turn right onto Alfred Street.
Another cigarette.
Yeah, you know me. I like the smoke.
There we go.
Yeah, it'd be nice just to have the truck back, and it's better than my mate's truck over there, look.
Head
Not
south
good.
on Outram Court,
It
then make
won't
a
work
U-turn.
anymore.
His transmission's knackered.
Turn left onto Outram Street, then turn right onto Butterley Hill.
He dropped all his transmission fluid. I
Turn
think
right
his
onto
gearbox is
Butterley Hill,
knackered.
B6179.
Bloody sat navs, always got to have the last word. Typical woman voice on it. Never shut up.
Continue on B6179.
Shut up. So yeah, Sunderland all week. Got home yesterday on Friday, and I'm taking Ascension with me next week. So we're gonna go up on Sunday again.
Sunday night.
Sunday night, yeah. We booked the Purple Palace, aka Premier Inn.
Purple Palace,
I
yeah.
always call them Purple Palace.
Yeah, the old purple anyway.
Yeah. So book that on Sunday night, and then I'll take Ascension. She can chill out with all the Mackhams, the Sunderland lot.
If you're near to the town, I can walk around.
It's not.
Is it?
No, but you can drop me off in the truck, and you can pick me up with the truck if you want. You can have the truck all week.
Is it too far away, the town to go?
Yeah, you can get a bus. Last week I stayed right in the middle of Sunderland. Just pubs everywhere.
But this time,
No, we're going to be nearer to where the Nissan factory is this time.
it's alright.
You can take the truck, you can drop me off. The problem is over there that you can't park on the job. They make you park, it's nearly half a mile away, and then you have to walk to the job, to the office. It's a pain in the arse, really. Yeah. We'll see how this new turbocharger is.
Hopefully it's no more expensive for that truck, you know.
Yeah. Well, apparently because it's got a bigger turbine in it, it spools up faster, so it's quite good on fuel economy. It's better on fuel. It does 26 to the gallon normally at the moment, but that's with a knackered turbo. So what we'll do, we'll set the miles per gallon meter and see what it's giving us with the new turbo on it. I don't expect miracles because it's a 2.5 ton truck. You know?
It's a weekend again. Every time in the weekend, the truck is going to the garage.
Yeah, saves on parking charges. Just leave it in the garage for the week.
Last weekend we drove off, and then another weekend we pick
Yeah,
the truck up.
it's been like this for a year since they had the major engine rebuild. The engine's brilliant. Steve's done a great job on the engine. There's no problem at all with that. Everything's new in it. Pistons, oil pump, timing chain, everything's been done. But it was just this niggly little problem where it was going into limp mode. And we couldn't find out the reason. We changed gaskets on the exhaust manifold. I did find a hole in the top intercooler pipe, a split. I did find that, and I was convinced that was the problem, but I bought a new top hose for it, and bugger me, it did it again. So yeah, it's just one of them things, isn't it? So it's not so much the engine work that Steve's done that's the problem, it's just a little something in the turbocharger. And again, I'll show you the video actually. I've got it on WhatsApp, I'll put it up on the screen.
Yeah, we got it off, Steve. Turbo itself, the fins are all good. Even the tolerance is good. You see the housing to the blades. Front and back, in fairness. So everything looks cool until it literally you can get hold of the back and move it about 10 mil. Well, 10 mil might be a mild exaggeration, but there was definitely a good 4 or 5 mil of end float in that. And I don't honestly know why. I'd almost be inclined to say the fucking nut was loose, but it's not. But the bushing is still tight, you know, there's no up and down in it, it's just end float, but that would definitely be accounting for the noise. And it'll be accounting for the boost issue, in that whilst it can move back and forth, the tolerance between the impeller and the housing isn't anywhere near where it needs to be in either case. So it's either not being driven enough because it moves off its axis here, or it's not being driving tougher end enough because it's floating away. So it's definitely turbo. No immediate thing today for it, but at least now we know what we're on with. See, the danger is when it's on, you literally do what you instinctively do, get hold of it and try and move it up and down, and there's just no movement up and down. But obviously when it's off and you can do that, is when you know there's an issue.
And to be fair, if you hadn't have taken the turbocharger off, you wouldn't have known this was happening, because you can't make it happen with the turbocharger actually bolted to the engine. So I'll show you what he sent back to me, and the choice was then, you know, pretty clear. Do I go for another standard turbo from Ford, or do I pay a little bit extra and I missed my turn, and go for an upgraded turbocharger, hybrid one. It's bigger, it's a stage 1. I phoned up Pete at PAC Tuning, who did the remap on my car originally, and he said, yeah, you can put this turbo on, you don't need to upgrade the intercooler or anything like that straight away.
In a quarter of a mile,
it'll be fine.
Continue straight onto Derby Road.
But if I upgrade the intercooler later on, I can have a stage 1 remap from PAC Tuning, which will give it a shitload more power. And because the engine's been fully rebuilt, it's got slightly bigger pistons in it. Yeah, it'll be stupidly fast for the size of the engine. I'd get a better map out of it than I would do on a standard engine. So it's all about car talk today, isn't it?
In 200 yards at the roundabout,
chatting about
take the
cars.
third exit onto the A38 slip road to M1.
I missed my turn, so we're going to have to go down the motorway now. It doesn't matter. Don't have to be there till 9 o'clock. I told him we'd be there at 9 to pick up.
Probably it's not open yet.
Yeah, he never does.
It's a weekend, you know.
The thing with Steve at Midland Diesel Engines, he's a complete bastard to get hold of on the phone. He never answers the phone. You send him a WhatsApp message, it could be a day before he actually replies to you. You tell him you're coming to pick the car up on a Friday, you tell him 3 days in advance, and then literally 10 minutes before you set off, or when you're on your way, he'll reply to you going, oh, it's not ready yet. And you've planned it for like 3 days. But he's an absolute pain in the ass to get hold of. And a lot of people would say, well, I'm not using them again, you know, communication's terrible. But you know, in all fairness to Steve, he's one of the best mechanics I know. I mean, this guy is an absolute bloody genius when it comes to Ford engines, especially Transits and Ranger engines. The guy is an absolute wizard. So for all his little inconsistencies, like not answering the bloody phone, that's you, Steve, if you're listening, by the way, mate. You're an absolute flipping legend when it comes to mechanics, mate, and I know that this guy won't let an engine go unless it's absolutely perfect, unless he's happy with it like it's his own. He's absolutely amazing. He's a perfectionist. He's just shit at answering texts and messages. But again, I'd highly recommend him. If you can get booked in, if he'll take your job on, it's a bit like the A-team. You know, if you can find them, then you can hire them. It's just getting hold of him. He's the best in the business for me. I've been doing mechanics since I was 12 years old. I'm 57 now. I rebuilt my first bike engine when I was 12. So I know a good mechanic from a bad one. And he's up there. He's a mine of knowledge. You can phone him up and say, right, it's doing this. And he'll say, yeah, it's going to be that, and No, it is. It is.
You always go to holiday.
Yeah. Always on holiday with my money.
Look at the
Paid him too much.
road. At least it's not busy at the moment.
No, it's early, isn't it? Not expecting any bell ends yet. Can't see any bell ends on the road.
See.
But there's always time.
But the weather is not so good at the moment.
No, it's not.
See?
It's winter though, isn't it? Winter's coming. We've had the summer in England this year, all 3 days of it. It's winter.
Should be Christmas.
Oh yeah, more expense.
Expenses, babe.
It's a good job there's only 2 of us with her.
Didn't need to buy anything expenses anyway. Only 2 of us,
Alright, got each other. Get a little present. Essentially got an engagement ring last Christmas. He did. That was a surprise for him. Pretty surprise for me actually.
In half a mile, at Kingston.
No one think you want to get married though.
Yeah, you see.
Road, A30.
Never been married. I've never been married. I've had chance to be married. I've normally messed things up, you know, because I was never really ready. Never thought I'd be ready. Obviously, this little ascension came into my life, and yeah, I just realised I've got the best girl in the world. It's all soppy now. Ascension had a hard life, and I've had a hard life, but we managed to find each other, and we complement each other. We feels like we've been together years, doesn't it, babe?
Yeah. It's just like it's been long, but it's not really long.
Yeah, it's like a life sentence.
The life sentence, but it's not really long.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? You think your life's going in one direction, and then you meet somebody, and it all changes.
Yeah.
Changes. I didn't have to go to the Philippines to find my missus.
Yeah, Philippines, yeah.
My missus was already here. 25 years, isn't it, babe? UK?
27?
27 years, 28 years.
Yeah.
Sorry, you've had British passport for 25, is it?
Yeah. I've been here
Continue
since
on A38
1997.
3 miles.
Wow.
So it's like 28 years, nearly 30 years.
Wow. First thing, you know, when I talk to people, sometimes in the UK, I say, oh, my missus is Filipino. And they look at you thinking,
Oh, do you want a passport?
yeah, she'd have to passport or something.
Oh, gold
Use the right
digger.
lane to take the slip road to M1.
Bag.
Oh, yeah. it's just funny watching the face when you go like, no, she's had a passport for 25 years.
Because they're thinking all, you know, some other country like Asians country, they're
Yeah.
thinking,
Yeah, they get it a lot.
the after your passport or the after your money. Or,
They get it a lot, like when you get these lads in the UK and they married a Thai girl or something.
yeah.
It's generally because the Thai girl wants a better life. Well, obviously, you know, that's what people want, security and things. Can't find my light to do with this.
Yeah, security, you know.
Yeah, they've got a good life. Well, we've already got that. I mean, Ascension's got a trade, and you know, she's experienced in what she does. She doesn't need a man in her life, really. She's ended up with me now.
That's why most Asian girls they want to with the old foreigners, you know.
Is that why?
They want to after their money.
Well, I don't have any money, so you're knacking it there, babe.
Yeah, but it's not after the money, babe.
Yeah, we're all right. We get by, don't we?
It's not about the money, is it?
We've got nice things, you know.
It's not
In
about the
2
money.
miles and at junction 27, take the A608 exit to Hina.
But sometimes it's bad to have a reputation to the other Asian girls, you know, because they think, look at you all, you're all the same. But,
Yeah, well, that's called stereotyping.
yeah. They're thinking, oh, she's from Asian country. You after your money, you after your passport.
How many of our viewers have actually got English boyfriends or difference. It'd be interesting to know, you know, because UK-PINAY, the name of the channel, it's what it suggests. It's all about a Pinay, Filipino lady living in the UK. That's what it's about. It's about little things like this, how our life is here. Sooner or later, when we start building the house, when we get to the Philippines, it'll do a complete switch. It'll be about an English foreigner living in the Philippines. So it's one side to the other. This is how the channel is at the moment. You know, I mess about, show you a few videos of work. Ascension shows you a bit of cooking. We show you what we do, you know, mostly on weekends. Share that.
Even it's boring, we still upload it.
Yeah, it's about life. This is it, you know. And it shows what Ascension puts up with in the UK, because it's, you know, from her perspective. Sooner or later, we'll do it from my perspective. You know, from what it's like in the Philippines.
But I never done vlogging before anyway, and I don't want to have it in a camera all the time in my face or my what every time I'm doing, you know.
You always said that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Don't even like taking selfies.
I know. Not everyone is they going to selfie everything, every time they do, even food, you know. Oh, God.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting used to it now. Getting used to vlogging.
Exit at junction 27.
A bit foggy this morning as well. Miserable day. Typical UK weather.
In a quarter of a mile, at Friesland Interchange, take the first exit onto Mansfield Road, A608.
See. Look at this. Wow.
Getting used to this little van now.
Exit the roundabout onto Mansfield Road. In a quarter of a mile, at the roundabout.
That's the car of Steve. That's the garage, Midlands, diesel engines. Steve car. See? There's no more repair. Bit muddy though. Need washing. The engine.
The flat of that one's on this side, and the flat of that one's on this side.
This engine. So dirty.
Well, yeah, it's the same compressor. So then, it's the same compressor.
It's the garage. Midland diesel engines. There's a telephone number there. Steve car. What is that?
£1,100.
My
But
goodness.
because we had problems repairing the old turbo, because it was a... Well, that sounds better already. No whistle on that. He's took it for a drive. He said it boosts really well. So we should get a change in it now. Is he coming through?
I might not know you're coming out.
Alright, I'll just wait on for him for a minute.
You might leave me away. I might be asleep down the wheel and all. Donkeys.
I'll nose up.
Yeah, right, have a good day.
See ya. Thanks, Dave. on, mate.
Oh my goodness, how slow it is.
I'm fucking waiting for the... Just don't want the gate to start closing on me. I'll set this seat up properly now because it's a short earth. Well, it certainly sounds a lot better. We've had a really good talk. We've explained a few things away. And you said that the turbo guy, when we went and got the turbo, was saying that the float, that 5mm where the turbine was moving backward and forward, was caused by a restriction in the exhaust pipe. Well, we did have a big restriction in the exhaust pipe for ages. So we definitely know that was the fault. Oh yeah, you can hear that whistling up. That's got a bit more go in it. You can hear the whistle now when you need the whistle. Oh yeah, that's more like it. It's all in boost faster. Not for much longer. Right, let's set this up. I think we've solved it, babe.
That's good then.
Yeah. Destination home. We might even get the caravan towed off somewhere soon. Oh, this feels much better.
Proceed on the current road.
This actually feels a lot better. Oh, I've got to set the thing up and the fuel on. At the minute, it's showing 20.7 to the gallon. That's because the turbo was on the way out. I'm going to reset that now. So we'll reset that. 20.7 to the gallon it will do it.
That's good.
No, it was shit. Shouldn't be doing that.
No way, shit.
It's heated seats on. Hey. 20.7. It should be a lot better now. The best I've ever had out of it is 26 to the gallon. So let's see what it gives me by the time I get home. Smoother. A lot quieter. It's not what I call stupidly more powerful, but it's when you put your foot down now, it's. If you're familiar with turbo lag, you always get turbo lag. You put your foot down, then there's a bit of time, that's called lag, before the turbo spools up and gives you the power. And there's not much lag at all. You put your foot down, the turbo's there.
In 1/4 mile, make a slight left turn onto Windbush Lane.
Oh, it feels nice to drive now. Happy. What do you think, babe? Got the truck back. Give it a nice wash today.
Hopefully it's not no more repair.
No, I think we've got this.
Make a slight left turn now.
Straight away, the fuel economy meter's reading 27.4 straight away, and I've only literally just reset it. It's at 27 at the moment. See, it's just there, that's all. That's a bonus. I suppose we'll find out tomorrow when we go to Sunderland what the proper fuel economy is. Yeah, she feels nice. of my mind though, I'm just expecting that orange spanner light to come on the dashboard. Limp mode.
In 1/4 mile, enter the roundabout and take the first exit onto Old Rafford Road.
Steve said he took it out yesterday after he'd done the work for about 45 miles in sport mode, and he just thrashed the shit out of it, and he didn't have any issues at all. So
Take the first exit now.
45 miles thrashing it would have definitely thrown up a fault. Oh, it's got more go in it now.
Let's get petrol back.
It's much better, babe. Yeah, happy with that. Just hope it stays like it, man. I can't afford to put the caravan on the back and go somewhere and then all of a sudden it goes into limp mode and you lose all your turbocharge power. You know, it can be downright dangerous when you've got caravan in the back. Yeah. It does feel nice. Yeah, it's got more go in it. Much more. Falcon Developments Turbocharger. Yeah. Bit of a thumbs up there.
In 4/10 mile, turn right onto Burnstamp Hill.
So, here we are at our friendly car wash. I thought to myself, I'm going to treat the truck and get it nice and clean all inside and out now, because I love it again. It's working absolutely perfectly and I'm really happy. Thanks, Steve. It needed a wash anyway, because my friend Steve Armstrong, the ex-Royal Marine, I met him on a job a couple of weeks ago, and obviously my car was covered in crap and dust, and being the bellend that Steve is, he just drew penises all over my car and I'm gay up the side door and stuck things to it, because that's the sort of bellend he is. And I've been driving around for the last few weeks with big penises on the back of the car. Typical. Yeah, thanks, Steve. You top mate you are. So I've got to get it nice and clean inside and out. Here we are. Right, so the truck's all washed and it's driving absolutely beautifully, and she's back home. There she is in all the glory. Good old Ranger. It's massive at the side of the missus's car. Oh, she's back. That's the main thing. One thing I'm going to do, now she's had a bit of a wash and she's clean and all the penises have been taken off, is address these bits. All this black stuff. You notice with this, you always get white in it. They never look right after time. So like the bit on the front, and obviously the snorkel on the side, they always go a bit white. And you can never get the proper stuff to sort of clean them, you know, use that back to black and all that sort of stuff. But I've got a little tip for you. I'll show you my chemicals. Oh. Stella. All you need, white spirit and some boiled linseed oil. Mix it together. You want 70% linseed oil and 30% white spirits. Just mix that together and I'll show you what to do next. So just take a little foam applicator or a rag, put a bit on it. There we go, watch. I'll do a little bit for now. Just a little bit. Just to there. Just give it a minute to soak in. Yeah, just give it a minute to soak in. Same as this beer. Ooh, that hit the spot. And then, after a couple of minutes, just get a microfiber or a little towel thing. Give it a wipe. Now look at the difference. Hot tip. Nice and clean. See the difference? Makes all the difference, doesn't it? We do the rest of it. That does all your plastics and your bumpers and your vinyls. Dead cheap. Forget going out and buying all this expensive shite. Linseed oil and white spirit. 70% linseed oil, 30% white spirit. And that'll last a long time. Doesn't take a lot of elbow grease either. Right, I've done the front bit. There we go. Not too shabby. Brings it up like new. What do you reckon, babe?
Oh God, this look brand new.
Yeah, good, isn't it?
It's good.
Cheap. Cheap and cheerful.
Oh,
Look how clean that is now.
look, big different, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to do a before and after now. So here's your before. We'll do the snorkel. All these white bits on it. There's your before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even you do this one, though?
Yeah, I'll do all that. And the bottom of the mirrors. All that horrible white stuff. Lousy, isn't it? Ugh.
It goes. Big different, isn't it?
Yeah. Just to rub it in well. It always annoys me, this white stuff. The plastics. Every car, every bumper I've had. Always the same. Never try. You put like back to black on it, you try all these different cleaning compounds. It never really works. And you pay a lot of money for all these different chemicals from Amazon, Halfords, or Halfroads as I like to call them.
Halfroads.
Yeah. You're paying all that different money for things that you think are going to be really good. In reality, it's shit. Or it lasts for about a week and then it washes off again.
At least it's big.
Makes a difference. Wipe it off, it should be alright.
Motherfucker.
Cobwebs. It's what happens when you fall back in love with your truck again. When she's broken down all the time, I don't love her. When she's behaving herself and she's running nicely, she gets nice baths and nice washes. polishes. So it's proper pampered. It's like going to the nail salon for a car. Right guys, this is after. Same grubby looking snorkel. That's a bit better. Got rid of all that white. Not clean and tidy as that. Shiny. Gosh, she's looking good now. Looking sexy again. Not as sexy as my missus, but she's looking sexy again. Right. Do a little bit of the black work. The old new turbocharger hiding down there. You can't see much of it, but it's a black thing. Nice and clean. Really happy with that. Really happy. Good old Ranger. So there she is. Back on the drive. Looking clean. Even did the arse end on it. That's looking tidy as well. So the next thing I want to be doing is hooking that bit to that bit and getting this bit out on the road. So, yep. Ranger's back. Happy bunny. That's it. We're done. Just so nice that she's back. And it sounds great. None of that leaking. Because it was leaking before and whistling. Lovely and quiet under there. The noise is all coming out the back now where it's supposed to come out from. Sounds much better.